Alright, the deck felt pretty busted yesterday, so we'll see if it feels as busted today. Great opening hand. I could have cycle on my first turn. Whoops. Joke's gonna be on me. Their hands are just gonna be all creatures. Am I even worried about anything? Alright, let's cycle first, I guess. Good grief. Is this deck more resilient to graveyard than dredge? I don't know. I've never really played dredge. It was being pretty resilient yesterday. Alright. Yeah, I mean I have to take this color. I guess it's still good that I'm getting this color, right? Who care about this color when it comes back? Oh no, I have two thingies in hand. What do I take? I don't care about any of these cards, right? Maybe just the complete in case they top deck Stoneforge. Ephemerate in case they top deck Grief. Alright, I actually like that. That makes sense. Because I'm not worried about anything else. Is this my list? Kind of. But obviously the deck was around before Modern Horizon 2. Alright, so he has his own griefs. He's a Stoneforge Mystic deck. He might have Rest in Peace. So I need to bring in 3 breakers. Prismari Command sounds kind of decent. Brazen Bar sounds kind of decent. Click's kind of nice in the sideboard games because the games go longer and you get stuck with living in, but I guess I have Grief now. Skillful deck, I mean, sorry if my deck's just busted. What can I say? Force of Negation seems not super great. Subtlety's probably decent, but actually Subtlety's pretty cool against Grief, right? Because they'll lose the card and it goes back on top, so you kind of get them. Chewer is also decent against them. They have Sculler and they were a 60 card deck too, not even Yorion, right? 11 cards? I don't have 11 cards. I have 4, 8, 12. I have 15 cards. I didn't realize that you were not allowed to exile a Grief to a grave. My bad. Classic Twitch chat math. Alright, I guess I won't do Subtlety. And is Brazen Bar really better than... I guess the 7/7 thingy is indestructible, right? But Bar seems kind of weak against them. But yeah, the equipment itself is indestructible. So that's kind of a problem. But I guess I have a lot of ways to kill. I have not a lot of ways, I have a few ways to kill a Stoneforge. Being muted is intentional. Alright, I guess I'll just cut one cycling creature even though I'm not a fan. Hey, what's up, Doomwake? Let's see who can break Modern harder. Monstrous Carabrade? I don't have black mana really. I mean I have some red mana. I guess I have as much red mana as I did for Ceradon. Yeah. Now maybe I should have that card. Alright, so what should I do here? Cycle. Grief to grief, or probably, right? Get that rest in peace. Oh. Okay. Whoa, Zan, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the raid. Dude, Zan, what is it? 6 a.m. where you live? 6:20? You just have the fever? Zan was just up all night. If you're into Modern Horizon, you should definitely give him a follow. Definitely check out his stream. And yeah, thanks for sending your people my way. Let's see. So Chroma combos with Ephemerate. Well, that kind of sucks because no matter what creature I take, they're just going to get it back. I guess just a wall? Maybe Grief is not good against them because they're just all creatures. Yeah, Zan was playing a really cool deck. I'll show you because I was building it. Omnef Copycat. He was loving it. I don't know how he ended up doing, but he was doing quite well. He was playing the Saheeli Garden Shell, and then he was playing Oath of Nissa, and basically every card in his deck was a hit for Oath of Nissa. So he was playing like, I think he was playing like 4 Solitudes, but whatever, the mix. And then you have, you get to pitch all your extra Planeswalker and stuff to the free creatures. And I don't know, it looked really cool and pretty strong, honestly. So check out his stream. Maybe check out his VODs too. Alright, I don't think I can cycle into anything meaningful here, so I'm just going to say go. Play Draco? Yeah, I don't think the Draco made a ton of sense to me. They seem a bit out of place, and they force you to play tap lands you don't really want to play. I mean, they're kind of cool because they're good blockers, but you're not really trying to pressure your opponent. But I guess they are decent at protecting your Planeswalker, so I don't know. I felt like the Dracos were a bit out of place, but maybe they're good. Maybe it's just like powerful card enough that you played anyways. Alright. Draco was good. Was he actually like winning games by beating down that he would have not won anyways? Look at that. I get to see their hand, make them discard, and check out the top of their deck. Alright, not worried about Grief. Kind of worried about a Chroma. Not worried about Grief or Tide Hollow. I guess I just take a Chroma. But that means I can't really cast Living End anymore. Maybe not. Maybe I just take the blocker. I'm going to see the top of their deck too. How much power do I have? I actually don't have that much power. What's the... I guess I just take Grief because it's the better blocker. I don't know. I don't have much going on. Yeah, this is probably better. This way... Yeah, I guess I'm not casting Living End anymore. Man, they don't have swamps. They're just banking on having Ephemerate on top, or do they have another combo that I missed? All right. At least it's going to make the last league weekend exciting. Am I still bleeding, by the way? Kind of had like a zit on my nose. I popped it and it was bleeding earlier. I should Grief right away, right? Or should I wait a turn? I guess I'll fetch first and cycle. Huh. Pithing Needle. I mean, they can name one of my cyclers and kind of screw me over. Pentent Priz, So Damping Sphere does nothing. Prism, looking kind of good, was Weir of Invention. I don't really care about Urza. I care about like Weir of Invention maybe, because they probably can get in Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, Sphere slows down combo by a turn. That's a big deal. But Weir of Invention, how many outs to I guess I get Grief back before the cast Weir. But I need to draw like 2 lands in my top 3. Or like how many outs do I have to how many outs do I have to an Ensnaring Bridge resolved? I have 1 Brazen Boar. That's it. I'll just take the Damping Sphere. Plus I have an extra turn to draw another Grief plus another black card. If I don't draw lands, I might draw Grief plus black cards. Alright, Nut Needle on my Cyclers is nice. Yeah, from Damping does nothing to take it with my discard spell, yeah. Classic Mies. What did this cry, by the way? 1 to the top. Alright, I need a land in my top 2. Or else I'll probably lose this game. A land or Grief plus a black card. Force of Negation probably better in this matchup just because they would have had to spend the mana. Easy. So I can't wait, or else they have mana up, so I guess I should just play Charless. Alright, I do care. Oh, wow. I mean, I have to take Weir, right? They have Bridge. Do I lose to Urza? They're at 18. They get... Yeah, they're 1 off having Infinite too. Yeah, I think I just have to take Weir, but I could be wrong. Cage doesn't work against Living End. I don't think so. Because they go to exile first, they don't come from the graveyards. Yeah. Did you draw a sword? Oh no, you drew a land. Alright, just stack with everything, and then I can outburst if I need to. Damn, the name the one I had in hand. Good beats. Alright, good news is they have no cards in hand. So they need a lucky draw step. I might just be able to put them down to 2 this turn and have them in fire range. I guess I have Founder to gain some life. Should I get flying to one of my creatures? We get flying to my River Winder. That's forces them. That's 5/9. I mean, I guess if I was going to cycle, I should have cycled first. Oh well. This is good. Maybe they block Urza and Charless and I finish it up with a fire. And then this way it's really that hard for them to top deck anything good. Or yeah, I could just fire. They make 2 top turns, I could just fire. Alright, so Outburst doesn't do much, just fire the Thopter? Fire Thopter in their face and they lose their construct? But I should just finish Urza off, right? It's Probably the sensible play. Yeah, it's just so hard for them to win if I kill Urza. Looks like they're thinking about using the mana, but no. Bzz. I guess I should cycle now in case I draw land. Game 1's probably a tough one too, depending on what hate they have, but I can't imagine, because I only have one answer to Answering Bridge. If they just, I mean, quote unquote one answer, I have Grief and Force of Negation too, I guess. Yeah, maybe I should just be drafting. I don't know, people, I mean, I want to be playing Constructed. I'll just pay the toll, you know. All right. In subtleties just for Karn. Dispute's probably okay against them. Probably don't need Brazen Bar anymore, right? Force of Negation is still kind of nice. Subtlety might still be nice. Fire Ice not needed, right? I guess it might be an Emery deck. I guess I'll just kill Emery with Living End. Do I still need Grief in this matchup? I might just not need Grief, right? Because I've just Chewers and Breakers. Subtlety. What do you think, chat? Good to just keep in Grief. Maybe Grief's just that good, though. I know better than you? I don't know. The collective is strong, you know? The group. Leave in Subtlety and shave Architect. I like to not cut cycling cards if I don't have to. Yeah, Grief has been pretty great. But I can't cut black cards. Also, Subtlety is really good against Urza. Grief out on the draw. Isn't Grief better on the draw? Maybe by the time it comes back, they don't have a hand anymore. Grief carried us, but Grief carried us because we don't. I mean, now we have like six shatters or whatever. That's like insane. Like, maybe I'm supposed to board out the Wind Color Raven is my worst card and keep in Griefs. I could see that. Grief is better on the draw, yes and no, because you're less likely to hit something on the way back. They might have already dumped their hand. I guess I should always leave in some Griefs, just because, like, anytime I draw a Living End, having Grief is good. Botsy's Bug, minus 2 HP. Minus a card and 2 HP. Alright, the question is, do I kill Witching Well? Probably. I probably just want to Charlos next turn, right? Answer to Bridge in hand. I'm not worried about Bridge after sideboard, right? Like, they have to get to 6 mana through Chewers and... yeah. Hey. I mean, I'm a cycling deck and have like million shatters and stuff, you know. This deck's kind of cool if artifact decks are going to be popular, because it's pretty gross, like the whole like Chewer breaker after a sideboard and they have to fight through it. Deck has felt really OP. I felt like every loss in my challenge yesterday was on me in some ways. I could have maybe won all matches. Yeah, Breaker is so obscene. Like, it's only good if you bring it in, though. I was being like, should just always bring it in the dark. Do I even play Charlos right now, or probably, right? Yeah. Before they get something nasty, they could like draw a crypt or something. Or have Dispute Man up, or yeah. Are we winning? I would say none of our games have been close this far. No, that's not true. There was a couple of games where it was. I guess that first game against the Artifact deck was a bit scary for a second. Where winning in Grief has been pretty good. A little mirror match, or is it a Death Shadow? Yeah. All right, that might be tough. They're filling up their graveyard too. I mean, their deck's just all creatures, right? Is there even a point in griefing? All right, let me take a quick look. Smuggler Sculptor, more of these artifacts. Yeah, and their deck's all creatures. I guess I'll cycle one right now, see what I draw. Do I have to take something? I have to take something, right? It might still be good, because when it comes back, it might take like... let's see, if I draw... Alright, I think I'd rather Subtlety than Grief against them. Grief turn one would have been decent to take the cookbook, though. Yeah, Urbar gives me black. So if I subtlety it, it goes back on top. And next turn they get to recast it for 1 mana and kill stuff, or I could just Living End and it goes in their graveyard. I mean, I should just save that for, yeah. Salty in response to trigger, I don't get it. Salty doesn't, I made that mistake earlier, Salty doesn't work against, I mean, they might just discard like, maybe that was a reason to do it, that I can discard a Troll King and just have a bigger board than me. Am I supposed to just wait? And do a round of cycling? It's not like their deck draws cards, right? I think maybe I'm supposed to do another round of cycling. I mean, at any rate, I can do it. I can see what they discard was the cookbook. They can kill their own creature. I give them two. Yeah, I guess I should have used subtlety. All right. At any rate, I'm gonna say go and see what they discard if they discard something. Yeah, I mean they just kill all my creatures, right? They just kill their dude and kill all my creatures. mean, they don't have infinite food, but free creatures is just not enough. Alright. Wait, did they not return it on purpose, or you can return it later? Feels hard for me to ever set up favorable living in. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'd be decently off if I had a pretty good. I mean, it definitely looks like kind of matchup where you can't really mess up, you know? You don't get like, you don't get to make a mistake or miss sequence and get away with it. Ah, so they can kill their own supplier. Yeah, I need endurance. I'm either gonna get myself maybe a Mana Traders sponsorship or just slam them tonight or tomorrow. Wait, what? What am I missing? Chat? They can kill their troll, but still pretty good for me. Troll is only their turn? Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. Thanks, chat. Read the card. Maybe they just don't care. They make so much food. Maybe I should have actually done it with a trigger on the stack because I wanted these creatures in play. Could still do it now. Yeah, I think I messed up. Yeah, I guess they're just so far ahead they don't even care. Alright, I'm just gonna cast it now because I don't think it's getting any better now. What's Waker of Waves? People mentioned that card. Oh, it's the like huge run, the 7. Yeah, that card's pretty good. Why am I not playing that card? 2 mana instead of 1, but... Oh, and it's instant speed? Yeah, I mean, you keep a lot of one-landers, but... Alright. Kind of sweet, actually. If I played a fetch land, I could have, like, shuffled in between. Alright. Sure. Oh, they were gonna mail them all anyways. I am just very dead, right? Vigilance Trample. So that's 17. Is there a reason not to block them? Yeah, there is, because I deal more damage. So if I don't kill them next turn, I'm never killing them. This is 4, 11, 14. So I need to keep max attackers. What's more damage? If I kill the troll? I mean, I'm really close to lethal, but not quite. Like, not that far off, honestly. If they forget they can sack a food to gain life, I win. They're not dead, they can just gain life, right? That's what food do. Maybe they'll forget. You guys forgot. You guys forgot about food. Maybe I'll just count 17 and be like, oh shit. I mean, Doomwake literally forgot and he made the deck or played the deck the most, so... Should I type 17 in chat? Like, extend the hand, you know, when in real life people try to trick you and try to make you think you lost when you haven't lost? When you go like, that's 17, right? You're dead. Well, looks like Ale Milan is good enough. Damn. Saw the line. He must be ghosting. He would have never thought about it if I hadn't said it on the stream. How else would you see that play? All right. So you had what? You did not have Leyline in your sideboard, but... So the artifacts are really important, right? And you have no ways to get them back. And even just killing foods is good. And he might have Leyline, so I think I'm going to bring all these cards in. Also going to bring all these cards in as well. I think I can win the sideboard games. If he's playing your list, he has... some artifact removal, nothing super scary, and then Grief is just atrocious in this matchup. Fire Ice is probably atrocious. Brazen Bar doesn't sound very good. Force of Negation doesn't sound very good. I just want to draw my fairies, right? So keep max cyclers. No endurance? I don't know, man. Maybe you can spot me the 160 ticks. Sounds like you're loaded. Instead of being a dick in chat, as usual. Force on Cookbook. I think that's a pretty big investment. I could have fogged them on their turn, but I have nothing in my yard. I mean, the game's not getting better. You shall have. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 25 months, and I think I missed. I straight up missed someone. I did not acknowledge. Who did I not acknowledge earlier? Oh, Bribrop. A clever message involving the number 46. All right, chat. I still haven't figured out why the lady robot won't read your text anymore. I was looking up stuff. I couldn't find anything. I messed with the settings. If anyone has a suggestion. All right. Go on Prismari command about over the bad cyclers. All right, I'll listen to Doomwake. I'll have the 1 force in. Sure. I'll draw the artifact removal. Leyline of the Void. Double Leyline of the Void. Alright. Looks like we're gonna be hard casting some yeah. What am I even trying to cycle into at this point? Should I save it for once I have a 4/4 in play to get more value? I mean, I still need to get rid of their other artifacts. Is the deck list not on the screen? Alright. Oh, there's not the new cards on Carvel Live though. For Leyline, I have the new Evoke creature that disenchants, that naturalized, the green one. Does Untap GG work for Magic Online? Big Lanny? 44 months? 46 months? Thank you so much. Wow, all the busted cards. I mean, if I draw Fairy, I can still, like, sweep the board. That's a really bad sign. They didn't use the cookbook. Yikes. Figured they would just use the cookbook twice and shoot my curator, but it must mean their hand's really good. Hey, you just messed up. Should I play curator? Man, they get to make 2 dudes of that card. That's so obscene. So make 2 dudes, 2 foods. They shoot my curator. Maybe I should just play Architect of Will. Maybe I need to start cycling. How much is Asmo, what's his face? I bought him for 6 the other day, and I built that one deck, and then it was really bad in the one deck I built, and I decided that card was not good, and I sold them. Are there only 8? Oh. I guess it's just a rare, it's not mythic. And it's literally only one deck, or maybe a couple decks. Alright, back to the game. Make a dude, so they get bigger, or? So they have 2 free-frees, and they get an artifact, so they have 2 4/4s. How do I even win this game? I guess I should just cycle, right? I shouldn't add more to the board, but then they get a troll. Yeah. I think I need to cycle and find Fairy Macabre. Land is pretty good too. So I'll keep lands. I mean, I think I'm all in on, I'm just all in on finding a fairy this turn. You know, if he draws, you know, 2 Leyline in his opening hand and I can't see one of my fairies in my top 20 cards, that's just life. So be it. Sometimes you get outplayed. Alright, I guess I'll play it out, but probably can't win. I mean, I guess I didn't even realize that. Maybe I should have done that in response to them putting the artifact in play. First Up Vigor. I was thinking First Up Vigor was bad yesterday, but given how the format's like evolving, it might not be that bad. I think I'd still rather just max out on the 2/2 first. And then maybe add a Force of Vigor or 2 if you need to. Not good enough. Alright, this matchup seemed pretty rough. Good. Alright, this sounds pretty busted. I guess I don't have lands. I'll wait a turn. If they're not doing something that I'm scared of, I'd rather just keep my cyclings to draw lands than like grieve them. Yeah, it's kind of whatever, I think. I think it's more important that I just hit my land drops. Played that matchup yesterday in the challenge. My opponent didn't draw very well, but games were fairly straightforward. Do I want to grief right away? Probably want them to play like Manamorphose into Entity. I want them to have like a good turn 2, right? Kind of dump their hands. Grief or Cycler? I think almost definitely Grief. Whoops. So every hand is busted. I mean, I think the deck's really good. I felt really good yesterday. Felt like I was winning fairly easily, and when I was losing, it was like really close, and my opponents were drawing well, and I was kind of making mistakes. That's usually a pretty good sign when you win easily. And Vapor Snag or Muted Chanting Growth. Their hand's actually pretty good. They have like double creature plus double spell back up. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh, and I get grief back. Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry. I forgot how disgusting grief was. I can't believe I almost psycho. I forgot I got it twice. God, it's so good. Wait, what? Oh, and there's only one card to read out. Oh, I can take a creature now. I mean, it's possible this deck will be like disadvantage in like the matchup we just played last round, for instance, but maybe against the field it'll be better, you know, because you get to play all that artifact hate against the artifact decks. Maybe your deck lines up better in other matchups too, even if you're not a favorite in the Hogak matchup. Samar Boo Jumps, thanks for the 9 months. You can have a bunch of 2-frees. Oh, whatever. Make them use their card. Oops. Hey. Sorry about that. It was not a telemarketer for once. All right. How did I sideboard yesterday? I feel like I don't need much besides grief to clear it away. And I guess I want ingot chewers maybe. I don't think I really need ice. Chewers, they have artifact usually. They have artifact hate, which is a bit annoying. All right, I'll just cut. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something obvious that I should have. I think you can't really mulligan. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's pretty solid. 20 lands seems like too many. Well, you need ideally 2 and at least 1. I think 20 lands is what you want for this deck. That's what Sodek was playing. His mana was a bit worse, but I have like a Sunken Runes, that kind of a sketchy land. So 20 lands sounds kind of okay to me. I could play the Horizon lands, yeah. Wait, I had 61 cards? Alright, didn't mulligan, so... Didn't mulligan, so what? So it doesn't necessarily mean the Kip to hand was a hate piece. That's a lot of damage I'm dealing to myself. Easy. Alright, let's cast it now to make sure we don't get totally wrecked, or if they have like an artifact. A spell pierce, take that. Grief is just so good. So good in this deck, man. I mean, it sounded pretty good when we were talking about it yesterday, but... Alright, they need to hit Tornot script. That'd be pretty sick for them. Yeah, I usually cycle Aven over Curator because you can cast Curator, but maybe in these games I should cast Curator first because it's just a better creature. Alright, should I even get red mana? Probably just preserve my life total. Get to grieve them again. Take Entity maybe? What are they at? 19? And I have 19 points of damage. Entity doesn't even block that well. I'll take Bolt. Oh, I have that guy too. I'll take Bolt because if they draw Mountain, they can't go Vapor Snag plus... I don't know how many basic mountains they play though. This way they need to draw blue mana. I'm in a better mood. I was in a good mood yesterday. I was just a bit bummed. I mean, anyone would be bummed starting a tournament 4-0 and losing the last 3. Well, I'm assuming most people would be bummed about it anyways. Maybe not everyone, but... As the song says, I'm only human. Yeah, I mean, some people are robots. I mean, we did get beaten kind of badly, even though I think we got a little unlucky, but our win, it has not been close. That was the is it prowess, the terror. The terror of the old metagame. That was Spike. Let's see. Let's see what Spiky Spike is up to. All right, I'm gonna hold grief. So he's probably playing his Rhino deck. Oh, never mind. He's playing Phoenix. What value am I getting out of blue? Well, you used to have Force of Negation. And Charless is... I'm not sure which one's better between Outburst and Charless, but... The Enabler, yeah, maybe we don't need as much blue. Subtlety's still really good too. And the blue cyclers are pretty good, but maybe there's another color. Yeah, maybe, we still get free creatures. It's probably pretty good, right? Free creatures, subtlety in hand. Get rid of the phoenix. No, obviously he didn't dot killer us. I guess force of negation. Alright, I mean that's fine, right? The black cyclers are better, yeah. The big one, the one where you, when you cycle, all their creatures get -1. Play some persists. What would you persist for? Persist doesn't sound very good. Alright, we win. We drew grief, we win. So gross. I mean, maybe he has it somehow. Force, discard a card, then draw a card, rebound. Okay, he has Thing in the Ice. It's kind of nasty. I mean, I have to take force, right? Actually, he might be able to, like, bounce all my creatures. Oh no, I still have subtlety. Yeah, I can take the thing, or... Where's that Radiant for? When did that get it? Oh, it's Exile's Force of Negation. This was salvaging? Yeah, it's sick, right? Because you played... It's an instant. You played on turn 2, and then you get you start the turn with a free spell. Atlas Genocide, thank you for the resub. Atlas Genocide says, I take this chance to tell you that the layout of the stream is slightly not aligned with the in-game chat of MTGO behind greetings from Italy. Oh. Thank you. So I should do that in response, right? Alright, he didn't... Oh, he did get lucky. He got a Thing in the Ice. Wow, that's actually insane. That's kind of annoying. Wait, and he only has creatures left? Did I mess up? Why not subtlety for both spells? I don't think you know what subtlety does. You do have Brazen. But I'm not sure Brazen's going to be enough. Does it matter the order? He's going to draw one, draw the next one. Kind of matters, I guess. Alright, that was definitely not the order, but whatever. I don't think it matters that much. Can you put them on the bottom? Nah. Alright, that'd be so good. I mean, I guess that's a good point. It can't cry away the land if I put them on first. But I already have a land in hand. Wow, I'm somehow screwed this game. I did not think this was going to be close once I drew grief. I mean, I didn't really think it was going to be close before I drew grief, but obviously, underestimating Spike. What a mistake. Yeah, can we... Actually, it kind of made sense maybe to look at my cards since he already had a salvaging on the stack anyways. Yeah, I mean, my board doesn't beat a bunch of Phoenix. Yeah, it is true. It is true he got, like, obscenely lucky. It was Thought Scour. Wait, that's 4 spells, and he drew the 1 mana spell? Alright. Must be nice. And that's just lethal. Oh, that was the luckiest thing I've ever seen, but okay. I guess if that's what it takes for us to lose. Literally like 7 runners in a row, and he had like double force. Yeah, we might need a command for subtlety, because This is getting a bit much. Hey, homemade mayo, what's up? All right, so what hate would a blue-red Phoenix deck play? Could be surgical, could be ley lines, especially since you're playing the draw discard, you can get rid of the extra ley lines. Yeah, I agree. Boar seems nice. Definitely bringing all the fairies. Subtlety. I don't think subtlety is super good. Yeah, the deck, the cycling base maybe need a little rework. Yeah, subtlety cannot bounce things once they're in play, and it's only creatures or planeswalkers when they're on the stack. Always breaker. Click and dispute probably good. My unforce probably good. Grief probably good. Fire ice, nope. Leyline would make a ton of sense, right? Since he's playing loot effects. It's just so bad. I have no ways to cycle them. I do have 2 Brazen Bowers. I'm trying to think if he's a leyline kind of guy. Alright, this guy just dies to Phoenix. Alright. My favorite thing to do. Not bring in the hate and then cry when they have the... I actually almost never mulligan with this deck. Double black for Grieve, that's my only black source. I have Brazen Boar for a leyline, which is nice. I'll probably find a red source, right? Alright, no leyline. Why would I cut 1 living in? Sounds pretty bad. If I cycle now, I get hit harder by like a crypt or whatnot. But I also kind of want to find a grief ASAP. Easy clap. There's no good way to play around a force of negation, right? Just hope he doesn't have it. Doesn't really matter how I sequence. I don't have a fetch land, do I? That's kind of a yikes. We're just all in. And is this when you discard 2 or just when you cycle? Alright, so I can like scry it away by discarding my Fairy Macabre actually. Meaning maybe I should just put it on top. I should put it on top because I want to probably scry it away. He's going to go for Phoenix next turn. I'm guessing it doesn't really... Yeah, maybe both last. Alright, hopefully he doesn't have Anger of the Gods in his sideboard. He could. Sounds like a good card to have in your sideboard. I mean, it's a bit weird in Phoenix, but also kind of good. Alright. Next deck I build. 4 Rest in Peace main deck. This is the way. Pretty cool synergy. 20. We know he doesn't have force. He could have spell pierce or dispute though, maybe. His dispute's not very good against me. If I bounce it now, he takes 11 down to 9. Probably should bounce it now. Bounce it now, he goes down to 9, he replays it. He has a blocker and a bolt, let's say. And that's not lethal. I mean, I can just living in it again, right? If he... I guess I can just living in again if he... Like, him triggering a thing in the ice is not the end of the world in this spot, right? Also, if I get him to 3 or below, I have Brazen Bar, that's lethal. That's another nice thing, I guess. Just, surprised he's not playing... Shouldn't he be killing Charles? Because now he's giving me back, if he ever triggers Thing in the Ice, he's giving me back, he's giving me back the Cascades. I think he missed, but maybe not. Yeah, there's some construction going on upstairs. Did I just mistap my mana? Sure. We didn't see any graveyard hate yet. I mean, he's got to have something, right? Or you just think like Thing in the Ice. I mean, he could be on the like just Thing in the Ice plan, right? Leyline's pretty bad with Thing in the Ice. You might have like some surgicals or something. Trips. It's not good. The rest of my hand's pretty good though. So this is a really good 5-card hand. And he has counters in his deck. I think I should probably keep. If you're playing against a deck that doesn't mess with your hand or doesn't counter your spells, then maybe this is a bit much. But in this matchup... No Phoenix. Oh, he does have surgical extra. We need a black card. Crackling Drake's nasty too. Yeah, that's a good one to bring back. The one Crackling Drake's better than my entire graveyard. Game's not looking super great right now. Definitely need a little help. At least he's milling trash. If I can find a fairy. I don't think I want to catch Charlotte's Agent, right? I get back like... He gets back a Crackling Drake? Also, he might just like discard stuff in response. Zombified. It's kind of like zombified. Thanks for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate it. Welcome. Of course, if you want to support the stream, best way to do so is use Amazon Prime, your Amazon Prime account, link it to your Twitch account, and you get a free sub every month. So you get to spend however you want. And yeah, definitely don't let them go to waste. All right, chat. I don't know what I should do. Gives back a huge crackling drake. And potentially, like, discards a bunch of stuff. But if I wait, is it getting better? More cards in his graveyard. He's filling up his graveyard more, but the fairies are pretty high impact. And if I draw a black card, it gets better for me. Trying to think. I think I should still play it now, but I don't think it's gonna go well for me. He might even have like surgical in response. The problem is when we get at this point, his deck's just so much better than me. He just filters more cards, draws more cards, so I'm pretty screwed. Unless it's like, either I play it now and hope to get lucky this way and that his hand is bad, or I hope I get lucky with my draw steps, like somehow I outdraw him. That seems pretty unlikely as well. Yeah, looks like my deck kind of lined up poorly against the graveyard decks, but that was always the case with living in decks, right? Your deck's literally trying to bring back creatures from the graveyard, and you're helping. They're trying to do the same thing too, but in different ways, and you're just helping them bring back creatures from the graveyard. Also, my hand was just like pretty bad. I think I had to keep, but I drew okay. I drew the lands, but I drew like almost all dead cards. I drew like 2 extra lands and an extra enabler and a like kind of useless grief. So I drew about as poorly as I could, other than just being stuck on like 1 land. MXLZXK, thanks for the 9 months, says thank you Lord Basis. I agree. I don't think in the ice is kind of awkward for him, right? In some ways, Thing in the Ice is good for me. That's kind of useless. I mean, is he just gonna die? Dispel and force of negation. Take force? Why would I take force? His hand does nothing, he's stuck. If he just gets a little unlucky, I lose. Oh, I win. Oh, he has that card on the stack? I mean, he still needs to get a little. Wait, I forgot Thing in the Ice was like, I thought it was reversed. I thought he needed to get up to 4 counters, not the other way. That was pretty bad. Dude, I forget how the cards work. kind of too bad. I would have been in decent shape if I take... Someone was saying to take the force. I understand now. I understand where it all went wrong. So his hand is force and this... Well, that sucks. I probably would have... I might have won this game. I can still draw something good though. It'd be better if I had mana up. I could like... Yeah, I probably would have won. If I just take force. Now I need to hit like my own force. No, that doesn't even work. I don't know. Oh well. Punts. I haven't read the dispute. I might have won. Well, GG's. What an idiot.